What's good, YouTube? And welcome back to a brand new video. Look, man, if y'all new here to the channel, I need y'all to do me a few favors. Number one, like this video. I'll appreciate it. Number two, subscribe to the channel. I'll appreciate it. And number three, make sure y'all turn on that bell, man. So whenever I drop a video, you will be notified. Once again, I'll appreciate it. Look, man, we just hit over 700 subscribers today, I believe. Like I always say, I just want to thank y'all so much. As far as the Love by Arca series, we're going to be doing part 8 tomorrow. Here today, I want to talk about the video that Mr. CRYER dropped yesterday on his channel of him and Love by Arca, you know, when she said yes to him being able to adopt her unborn child. Okay, so how do I feel about Mr. CRYER adopting Love by Arca unborn child? I'm completely fine with it. Because Mr. CRYER, like I always say, Mr. CRYER, he been there before. And even like he said, he was there throughout the whole pregnancy. So I don't see why he wouldn't be able to, you know, adopt the baby. As we all know that that baby is Mr. Mucker baby. But Mr. Mucker act like he don't want the baby anyway. You know, he got his thing going on with LaToya. You know, LaToya, I doubt if LaToya is going to want Mucker to be around Arca child, him and Arca child. So I mean, Mr. CRYER might as well just, you know, come in and take over the responsibilities. He want to do it anyway, so let him do it. Like I just said, and like Mr. CRYER said, he been there the whole time. He been there when, you know, LaToya and Mucker got together, when LaToya and Mucker was doing videos together and taking shots at them, and they was supposed to move in together and joint bank accounts and, you know, matching cars and matching this and matching that. CRYER was there all that time Arca was suffering and she was trying to get over the pain that Mr. Mucker put her through. CRYER was there. And like I said before, I'm going to say it again. Hats off to Mr. CRYER because he ain't had to do that. Like I said, man, I know a lot of people don't like Mr. CRYER and don't like Love by Arca. But one thing I will say about Mr. CRYER is this, man. He is a real man. And this situation right here just proved how real of a man he really is, because think about it. He came to Arca and asked, oh, can I adopt your unborn child? That's another mouth Mr. CRYER got to feed, you know, more clothes he got to buy. You know, he got to give more attention to this child like he do his other children. It's just so much responsibility that he's just willing to accept. Responsibility that he don't even have to accept because the child, you know, really is not his. But he's going to adopt the child. And like I said, man, hats off to Mr. CRYER, and that's respect. Now, in the video, Mr. CRYER asked Love by Arca, can he be in a delivery room? And Arca said that that was the plan anyway, for real. And Mr. CRYER, he looked shocked. You know, because Love by Arca, she probably felt a certain way about certain things, but just ain't say nothing about it. You know how people can be like, somebody feel a certain way, but they don't say nothing. They want you to say it first. So yeah, it seemed like that was just a situation with Love by Arca. Like, she knew how she felt. She just wanted Mr. CRYER to say it. Mr. CRYER also said that all his kids support his decision. All his kids support the fact that he's going to adopt Love by Arca child. And like I said before, man, hats off to him, because as we all know, you know, the Prince family, you know, Damien, I believe like 2-3 years ago, maybe, he was on live talking about Arca, about how she was doing the bullshit to Mr. CRYER and was questioning like, oh, I want to know if Dion is really my little brother because Love by Arca doing this and saying that, yada, yada, yada. I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about, because I've realized this too. And I don't know if y'all ever realized it, but I don't think Love by Arca ever been on the Prince family channel, you know, so all the stuff that they were saying about Love by Arca, I know that they didn't like her and they didn't get along with her because she was playing, you know, questioning Mr. CRYER if he was the father of Dion or not. And I know, you know, that rubbed Mr. CRYER kids the wrong way. You know, even with Darion and the stuff that Love by Arca said about him. Love by Arca, when she said that stuff about him, I'm pretty sure Darion ain't want nothing to do with her. He like, I don't like this lady, whatever. But the fact that Darion was to be able to, you know, push that aside and probably forgive Arca for what she said back then, and he was accepting the fact that he already have another little brother or little sister, I think it's a boy, so another little brother, from this lady that was talking stuff about him, hats off to Darion as well. Mr. CRYER said that he wanted all the kids to be loved the same way by him. You know, his, which is Dion, you know, Cameron, and, you know, the unborn child. He want everybody to feel the same way around him. He want everybody to be loved the same way. He don't want no one to feel different, because at the end of the day, all of them, they're going to be one big family, hopefully. You know, Mr. CRYER and Erica, they get back with each other officially. Maybe, who knows, get married. Who knows? Nobody know what the future holds. But what Mr. CRYER was saying was he don't want it to be so awkward around Cameron or anyone else because he adopted the baby. And I get what Mr. CRYER is saying, because at the end of the day, even though Erica said yes, you still need to be considerate about how her other kids are going to feel about the entire situation. Another thing, like I said before, y'all see what Mr. CRYER doing now? This is love. This is how you show somebody you love them and you there for them. What Mr. CRYER did now, or what he did in that video that he dropped, that was something that Mr. Mucker didn't do, or Mr. Mucker wouldn't do. And that's what I was saying the whole time. All y'all Mr. Mucker and LaToya fans, look at this video. Look at this video, because that is something that Mr. Mucker would not have done if the roles was reversed and he had to adopt a child. I doubt it if he would have did that. I highly doubt it. The way Luvd by Erica was crying in that video, the tears said it all, man. That was tears of happiness. That was tears of joy. Because the way she was crying, you could just see it in her face, like, you know, thank God that I don't have to question if my baby is going to have a father figure in his life or her life. And it was just emotional, because you know that she want that. She want her child to have a father figure. And for Mr. CRYER to just willingly step up without even, you know, having to do so, it don't get no better than that, man. Mr. CRYER also asks, can he sign the birth certificate? Which, you know, I mean, that's obvious. If that's going to be his child, I will hope that he will be able to sign the birth certificate. Luvd by Erica said yes. And, you know, they just kept talking, and the video went off on a good note, man. And I'm just happy for him, because this is something that Luvd by Erica wanted with Mr. Mucker, man. All these videos that Erica was putting out, you can tell that she wanted this with Mr. Mucker, but he just wasn't the guy to have it with. He was too busy cheating and doing all the other childish shit that he was doing. With that being said, let me know what y'all think about this video down in the comment sections below. I will be back with the Luvd by Erica videos, part 8. I'm going to be back with that tomorrow. Like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Share it, tell everyone, and let's see where Luvd by Erica and Mr. CRYER go next, man. Y'all have a good day. I'm out. Peace.